It is a beautiful day to work on some solar. Alright guys, so the heat wave for September is finally gone. We was near 90 for a week or so. I don't know, it felt like it, but high humidity, felt like summer again. But anyway, we're in the 70s now. It's nice. I don't have the air on or anything. I have all the stuff. Finally came to start finishing the solar. Right here I've got all the breakers. I've got one for between the solar panels and the charge controller, one between the charge controller and the batteries, and then I have a 300 amp to go between the batteries and the power inverter. Right here is the new power inverter. That is a big old sucker, 3500 watt pure sine wave. It also came with the remote switch to shut it off, and it shows battery level. It's just lights though. It doesn't show the actual voltage. It does have low voltage input light. This has the high amperage connections, so I'm going to do a 30 amp off of here, and that's going to go into a 30 amp breaker, and then that 30 amp breaker will go to a 30 amp outlet that the coach will plug into. Okay, I also have this cord that's going to go from the charge controller to the batteries. That keeps an eye on the temperature through the charge controller. This charge controller is a very smart charge controller. That's why I got it. This charge controller will tell you pretty much everything. Now I might still get a meter just because it'll be easy to walk over and look at a meter. But the charge controller has all that built in. But I think to see it each time I would have to scroll through. But it has your main screen, shows what your voltage is. It has solar panel voltage coming in. It has charging current, battery capacity, battery voltage, your load current, your accumulated amp hours, your discharged amp hours, your ambient temperature, a load mode, and then there is error codes. This also came with a USB cord that plugs into our laptop, and you can like go to their website or something and it lets you do even more, but I'm hoping I don't need all that. But I need to run the heat temperature cord down. I need to run the cord for the remote switch for this, and then I'm going to start hooking up all the breakers. The panels are not on the roof yet because it's been windy pretty much every day here, and the days it hasn't been windy, it's been raining. So I'm going to have all this hooked up, wired up and ready. And then the last thing I'll do is mount the solar panels, plug them in, and we're good to go. I'm going to get started on this wiring. Alright guys, we're getting close on this solar. I don't know if you can see up in here. I've got all the batteries connected. It's connected to the charge controller. I have the temperature sensor for the charge controller. The power inverter is completely hooked up to the battery bank. I have a 300 amp breaker between the batteries and the inverter. Now I'm getting ready to jump off of the inverter, put in a 30 amp box, and then that will go to a 30 amp outlet, and the coach will plug into here, and that should work perfect. Alright, we're completely hooked up. Well, down here anyway. Only thing left is the solar panels. I just got to mount them and hook them up, and we have power. Everything down here is done. This is the remote wire that goes upstairs to turn this on and off. We've got a 300 amp breaker, all that's hooked up. This is high voltage hookup, 600 volts, 45 amps. I'm only using 30 amps, so I've got 30 amp wire. We come over here and we've got a 30 amp breaker. That 30 amp breaker, I don't know if you can see this back in here, guys. This is probably pretty dark, but the 30 amp breaker runs to a 30 amp outlet, and then all I do is plug the coach in. We do have power here. She is on 12.9 volts. Output 123 volts. So the batteries need some charging, but they're not drained. I'm not going to use them or anything. We're going to shut this thing off, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the power off up there. Alright guys, I just got to get these panels on the roof, get them mounted, plug them in, and we're done. Awesome. Totally worth it, guys. It was not really that hard. I didn't think so anyway. I mean, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of things to hook up, a lot of wires to hook up, but all in all, not too bad. Definitely worth it, I think. Alright guys, I don't know if you can hear me, it's super windy, but got the panels up here. I'm getting ready to mount them and hook them up. I'm going to clean under these brackets. Now, instead of putting 30 something holes in the roof, 32 I think, I'm going to overlap these 3 back panels here. That way I will eliminate 8 holes. Alright guys, we're going to start by putting butyl tape underneath all the brackets. Alright guys, I'm just overlapping the butyl tape because I didn't get any wide enough. This is all I could find, but it'll work. Just overlapping it, it will smash down. Alright guys, I got butyl tape under all the brackets. Now I'm about to start putting holes in the roof. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill these screws about halfway in. I'm going to back them back out. I'm going to cover them with Dicor and then drill them in. And then I will cover the tops of the screws with Dicor when I'm all done. Alright guys, that's how we do it. Guys, it is super windy. I don't know if you can hear me, but it is hooked up. Everything is caulked, and we are making power. Let's go down, check it out. Alright guys, right now the batteries are 12.8 volts. I'm getting ready to flip the breaker for the panels on. Okay. Batteries are at 86%. I don't know if you guys can see this. %. That was quick. We're bringing in, I wanted to Keep going down. I don't know why the hell that keeps dropping. That's supposed to be what we're bringing in, but it keeps going down for some reason. Oh, it's going back up. There might be a little cloud out there. Yeah, we're bringing in around 14, 13, 24 degrees is the batteries, Celsius. We have used no amp hours for DC. We have used 0 amp hours on batteries. Alright guys, everything looks good. The only thing I need to do is mount the switch somewhere. This is for the power inverter. This will turn it on and off, and it also shows battery level and low voltage. I think I'm going to build like a little wood box right here to cover these wires, and I'm going to mount this right here in the box. I think that'll look okay, and it'll kind of block the wires and stuff just in case we splash on it. When the sun comes out bright, we're bringing in almost 22 amps right now. That is pretty nice. And that is it, guys. Besides mounting this little switch for the inverter, solar system is done. I'm gonna probably shut off power since it's a sunny day, and I'm gonna see what we use throughout the day and possibly overnight, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, I might test it a couple days, just leave power shut off. We don't really need the air, it's like 70s, so we're gonna see what it does. Alright guys, power is off at the post, shore power. We're running off solar right now. The batteries are at 100%. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I actually turned the fridge on. The fridge is on AC. I'm going to see how well it will run it. So far so good. I don't think we'll have a problem running the fridge during the day as long as we don't have a lot of other stuff on. And that'll save some propane. In the evening when the sun starts to go down, I'll just switch the fridge over to propane and we should be good. Alright guys, this is awesome. I can't believe we're making our own power right now, guys. I have everything on, the TV's on, and we're shut off with the power. That is awesome. Alright, a little update before I end this video. It's been about 2.5, 3 hours. I've had the fridge on. Oh, it says LP sometimes too. I don't know why, but it is on AC. We have plenty of power. I have the TV on. I have 2 fans on and the fridge. And so far, can you see this? So far, the batteries and the solar are keeping up just fine. We have stayed at 100% with the fridge on, the TV on, and 2 fans on. And it's not even completely sunny today. It goes in and out. Every now and then a little cloud will cover it, but so far, guys, I am very, very happy. I mean, this is just amazing that we're just making free power. I think it was definitely worth the investment. I mean, it wasn't that much. I mean, it might never pay for itself. You never know, but it's still freedom. You know, we can pretty much park anywhere and have power now. Almost all the power we need. With the backup generators, we're good, you know. So, yeah. Very, very happy, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe below if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys next time.